Maryland oysters are now in season, and with each adult oyster filtering up to 30 gallons of water a day, oysters are keys to the economy and ecology of the Chesapeake Bay. Back with us now with more about the Maryland oyster are Ron Buckholt of the Maryland Department of Agriculture and Robert T. Brown, the president of Maryland Watermen's Association. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Happy to have you here. So tell us about the oyster season this season. This is it's a good time to get oysters, right?
Yes, it's a good time to get them. Oysters are the meat into them is they are fat this time of year. And we've had the season will probably be a little bit slower than what it was last year due to the weather we had this year.
So how did the weather affect it then?
With all the fresh water that we had this year, we didn't have the salinity in there for the oysters to help reproduce. Also, we've got a lot of large oysters which in the upper parts of the bay have died from lack of salinity and more dissolved oxygen in the water than what we needed from the storms.
So all that rain that we got this past summer that was flooding everything in the streets and the homes, it also affected the oysters.
That's right. It plays havoc on oysters. Fortunate enough, a lot of our small oysters, they didn't die, but they haven't grown as much as they generally do.
Okay. So we'll still be able to get oysters, but they might be smaller.
Well, yes, we still have some larger oysters in different places in the bay. Okay. But oysters will be available.
Okay, they will be available.
Oh, yes.
Okay, because, you know, everybody's heart just sort of dropped a little bit, like, oh, no, send them back with the bad news. So they will be available. It's just not as plentiful as years past.
Yeah, it'll be down a little bit this year.
Okay. And then you were telling me about a new campaign that you have.
Save Our Maryland Oyster.
What is this campaign?
Well, a little advertising campaign, a little public relations, all the good things that tell people what's going on with the Maryland oysters. And, you know, Robert T. said this is oyster season. Well, every season is oyster season. Well, it used to be when we didn't have refrigeration that we only harvested the oysters in those months with an R, the cooler months. Yeah. But now we've got triploid, which is oysters that we grow that don't reproduce, that are grown commercially in aquaculture operations. And so those can be eaten any time of the year, and they're available any time of the year. But generally, it's still thought about fall and winter as oyster season. Is when we really enjoy.
Well, it's good that you dispelled the misnomers, because even I did it. You know, I said, "Oh, did you come up from Annapolis?" And you corrected me. You said, "What'd you tell me?"
I come from down in Colton's Point, Maryland, St. Mary's County.
Yes, and you told me that oysters are on the east and the west side.
That's right. They're on both sides of the bay.
And you've got a big event coming up too, right?
Yes, January 18th, 19th, and 20th, we have our trade show in Ocean City.
Okay.
And we have a lot of displays on. I think we got 100 and some vendors into the convention center.
So what will people expect when they go to see these vendors? What will they see?
Well, what they will expect is they will have boats are there for sale. We have all the hardware gear, safety equipment, radios, electronics, engines. We have everything you need to outfit a boat, and plus we have a very good cocktail party on Friday night.
Even better.
That's right. All the fresh seafood you want, Maryland seafood.
A lot of oysters. A lot of oysters.
Why not? So you said this is January then?
Yes.
Okay, good. So we'll spend all our holiday money. We just got that, and come on down and spend that and buy a boat maybe.
There you go.
Depends on how much I get. All right. Thank you both for being here. Really appreciate you being here. And then seafood.maryland.gov for more information. We'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.